know you always talk about you don't take it for granted. Seeing it again, what you're thinking of.
Oh, he made some tough shots. I mean, we gave up 38 points in that third quarter, so we needed something to offset that. And he just made some shots within our offense, and then some of his shots he made were pretty tough shots, but he's capable.
I wanted to ask about Aiden, the first half of the last game, but totally different first half of this game. I think he had 21 and 8 or 9 in the first half.
Well, their pick and roll coverage freed him up in the middle, and our guys did a really good job finding him in the pocket. And then he made an adjustment. He didn't get as low. He was getting deeper seals, and he was able to take advantage of a smaller guy trying to guard him in the paint. And I thought the bucket he hit before halftime was a big bucket because he had it going, diving and finishing at the rim, but then to be able to turn and hit that fadeaway when we needed it was indicative of his night. But the physicality of our guys tonight stepped up. Man, DA had 12 boards. Jay had 11. And a lot of them happened in the second half. And then Jalen came off the bench and had 12 total. And that's what we've been talking about against a bigger team, having to be more physical. We out-rebounded them by 9. That's huge for us. And they only had 9 offensive rebounds, shooting 38%, 30 from 3. You'd think they have more offensive rebounds, but we did a good job in that regard.
How good does it feel though to know that you talked about boards the last 2 days to see them respond?
Look, even in the games where we didn't rebound as well, the effort was there. Tonight we just saw much more will and pursuit of the ball. But Jay was huge, and it's amazing how it just kind of comes back to you. At the end, he knocks down 2 wide open threes. The whole second half, he was, getting boards for us. He got in foul trouble, and I had to take him out. Then when I put him back in, didn't take away from his aggressiveness. I thought that was huge for us because his rebounding really helped us tonight.
Just one more thing for me. At the start of the fourth quarter, just the energy. After they narrowed it to 4,
Sure.
With that third quarter, you guys 16-2 to start that.
Yeah, I mean, I kept booking the game. He had a hot hand just to see if he had another couple buckets in him. But I thought it was our defense. We stepped it up. They scored 38, but we had some energy from our shot making. But, our team hasn't panicked in those situations. And a lot of it is because we have experienced guys who've been in there and they understand our system. Well, we knew that this team wasn't going to go anywhere. We understood that. We've been talking about the wear down effect, though. If we can just stay with it, be solid, and not give it back with the offensive rebounding, that has a way of wearing teams down at times. And I thought that was the case tonight, especially in that fourth quarter. We just kept getting stop after stop after stop, and it really helped us, keep the momentum that we had.
How much of that is, Coach, playing physical, the wear down effect? How much did that go in?
I mean, we tell our guys to, play to the legal limit of physicality. And, one thing we learned last year in the playoffs, every round got more and more and more physical, every round. And there's a limit that you can go to that is allowable, and that has to be normal for us. And when we play that way, we have these times where we hold teams under 100 points. I mean, we've been doing that, not consistently, but we've done it a few times lately. And a lot of it is just due to physicality. Switches, putting your hands on guys, and then the rebounding aspect. That's been a big deal for us. And we want to be able to take our defense to another level.
Go to Colin Olson on Zoom.
Hey, Monty, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like you guys were doing a couple unique things defensively, at least with your help defense. How'd you like the execution of what you were trying to get done in the first half there?
Well, I mean, I'd have to really dissect the film, but I mean, to hold any team to 38 points, I'm not quite sure if it was our defense forcing them to miss just yet. I know that we contested a lot of shots. I wasn't too pleased with the open looks that Holiday was getting. He's their best shooter. He was getting away from us, but I thought we certainly made it tough on their bigs. And Turner and Sabonis are a huge part of their team. They didn't score in the paint as much as you would think a duo like that would score, especially against a smaller team like us. And we wanted to force those guys to, pass it back out and then close out to their shooters. Taking away the paint against this team is pretty difficult. So we didn't scheme something totally different. It may have looked different because they had two bigs in the game.
Got it. Last one I had, just how nice was it for that fourth quarter run to start and kind of come from Campaign and Landry Shaman, who have been going through some shooting struggles lately?
Yeah, it's good to see those guys knock down some shots, but, playing with a great deal of pace. We've been talking to Cam. There are times where he's trying to get all the way to the basket, and because JaVale is such a good diver, the defensive big is at the basket as well. So he's got to think about taking the mid-range or find the shooters outside. We need those two to play with that kind of confidence, and especially in the fourth quarter when we take Book out of the game, and when they're playing that way, it allows for me to sit Chris a little bit longer so I can bag some minutes for him to dream. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out with these hardship exceptions because we got guys coming back. So I don't want to speak officially on that, but I do think it's pretty cool to see these guys get a chance to play in the league in a normal economy. They probably wouldn't. And so I'm really excited and pleased to see people get an opportunity.
It was great. It was great to see. Even last year, that team over there, they play hard. They got a lot of pieces, and you knew at some point they was going to make a run, and I'm just glad we withstood it.
I want to ask about Booker. We both seen it, but again, 22 in the third, just him just doing what he does. It's really that.
Yeah, we don't win this game if he don't go crazy like that. You know what I mean? And it's just like his shot making is unreal. Shot clock running down, Cash driving to the basket. For the game, he said home game 3. I didn't know what he was talking about. So we got out there and at Big Blue Nation, they rolled deep. You know what I mean? It was like a home game for real. So it don't surprise me.
I want to ask about Aiden, and he asked him about the first half of the last game. He was like, I don't know what was going on. He said, but everybody held me accountable at halftime. And to see him come out this half and play the way he did.
It's great, man. We be on DA a lot because he's a huge piece of our team. A lot of stuff that we get is because of him. And it's like that with all of us. We try to push each other to be the best version of ourselves. And I'm glad that we've all grown and we can do that.
Lastly, I had was rebounding. We talked about after the last game, the way you guys responded on the glass J12 board, 11 boards, 8 and 12, Smith 12. What was that like seeing the guys? Like it's a bigger team.
Man, it was good, really good for us. Because that team over there, like you said, they got a lot of big guys. It was team rebounding. It was everybody just hitting the body, and our coaches have been, on us about that. I'm glad that we did pretty good on the boards tonight.
Just quick follow, Chris, the additional testing you have to do. Are you like, know what the league is trying to do, but geez.
I mean, it is what it is. Everybody trying to be safe, protect everybody as much as possible. I'm just glad I got a chance to play. You know what I mean? So I'm here.
Right. Thanks, Chris.
Just trying to be aggressive, to be completely honest. DeAndre came out and had a dominant first half for us, so I knew that would open up opportunities for everybody else. Just trying to get it going. They made it a close game. I think it was tied once it started doing that. And just wanted to impose my will on the game.
Chris was in here and he said that you told him home game 3, and Chris was like, what is he talking about? And he looked up and said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kentucky's in the building. And what was that like for you tonight?
Man, it's love, man. There's no feeling like it. Especially after a lot of hate last game coming into that. Puts things in perspective to have Big Blue Nation faithful in here and showing love, man. That's what it's about. I appreciate that.
I found it interesting. They had the dinosaur right away. Am I distracted? Has this turned into more than what you even thought it was going to be?
Of course, like everything does, man. It's a meme world now, you know what I'm saying? But like I just mentioned, man, I just try to keep perspective and, I'm having fun with this. We have the best record in the NBA.
we're playing good basketball. Life's good. My family's healthy. So it's ain't nothing but a joke to me.
Tell you what, I didn't see that. I didn't see the dinosaur after the first quarter though.
I ain't seeing neither. I'm looking for him. I'm sure he'll be in Detroit. I'm sure he'll follow me everywhere.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk to Super Sykes this week. He was saying that he leads in social media.
Yeah.
You've probably seen just his story and his caps in the NBA. What are your thoughts of him finally getting here and playing against him?
And me and Kiefer did pre-draft together. So we were all out in Thousand Oaks, Los Angeles before we had even touched the NBA. And that's where, our relationship started. And that was just competition. It was me in there. It was him, D'Angelo Russell, and Carl Towns, 1-2 pick. Me and Kiefer just getting after every day. And that's where my respect came from him. And, just to see him get that opportunity and be out here playing, I'm so excited for him. His home is right down the block, so his family gets to be here watching him. So, all that stuff is so cool, man. Everybody getting these opportunities, another crack at it and playing well too. So it's fun to watch.
And what do you learn from a leadership perspective as far as being on a really good team for a couple of years now? We talked about Chris Paul mentoring you, but just internally, how have you maybe changed as a leader?
Say just understanding leadership comes in, different forms, and, everybody has to be led a little bit differently. So figuring out personalities, getting to know people, I think that's the beauty of this league. And, I haven't had a problem with it since I've been in the NBA. I've always been surrounded by good guys. No matter we were winning or losing at the bottom of the barrel, we still got along well, and, all wanted to see each other succeed, which is very rare in the NBA. And, I don't know nothing else.
Devin, for years and years, the Spacers have kind of been known for defense. And this year, they're bottom 5 in defense, really slipped to someone who just had a big net against them. Have you noticed a shift in the way they defend or in their ability to slow the team down?
I'd have to watch them a little bit more. I don't know, man. They make it tough on you. They have a lot of players up there. I know they, had their big high today with Sabonis and Turner showing on us. So we just try to be aggressive and get off the ball immediately and, try to have our big keep rolling down, to the low man. So that was our game plan. But, game plans and defenses switch, according to personnel. So, it's hard to judge off what I seen tonight.
Devin, there was a time you would have a quarter like that, and you would still be like, well, I got to get more because that's the only way we're going to stay in this game. What was it like just for 1 point in the fourth and see everyone else do what they do?
Man, that's what it's about, man. We're here to get wins. That's what I'm telling you, Dwayne. Like, I did the points. I did the points with losses, and that's not it. So I just try to, win basketball games. That trumps everything. And, that's what we've been doing as a team, and, we're going to try to stick with that.
Lastly, you're going from playing here in front of Kentucky fans to going to the home state.
Yeah.
Are you like, you got eager, are you?
Yeah, it's a lot of love, man. I think people usually don't like coming to these cities, the Indianas and Detroit, but I truly enjoy it. They have good crowds, and like you said, I had family in the building. I had family in the building. My auntie came down. I haven't seen her in a couple of years since before the pandemic, and she was here tonight. So there was no feeling like that.
We'll finish with calls on Zoom.
Hey, Book, with that hate you mentioned, was there a point really early in your career, start of your career, when you kind of realized not to take any of that stuff seriously, especially with something like this, when even you yourself are not taking this seriously and people are taking it seriously, if you get what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to sound off on the situation. I just talk about putting things in perspective, and, I'm really enjoying this, and I always have enjoyed social media, and, I check it daily, and, when they're saying good things about me, I don't get too high, I don't get too low on it. The only problem I have is people still comparing me to Kobe Bryant when I told them in the playoffs, stop bringing up Mamba mentality. I'm inspired by Kobe Bryant and Mamba mentality, but I am not Kobe Bryant. And people are out here yelling Mamba mentality from their mama's house. I'll leave you with that.